Palestinian groups and tonight the Arab League have accused President Trump of advocating ethnic cleansing after he proposed relocating most of Gaza's residents to neighbouring Arab countries. It comes as Israel is continuing to prevent thousands of Palestinians from returning home to northern Gaza because Israel says Hamas has violated the ceasefire agreement by not providing information about the remaining hostages. Well, the US president earlier described Gaza as literally a demolition site and said neighbouring Jordan and Egypt should take people in from the territory, saying that would clean it out. Our correspondent Lucy Williamson sent this report from Jerusalem.
Dreams of going home aren't only for hostages or prisoners, but also for Gazans displaced by the war. The road to an Israeli checkpoint on Gaza's coast, now a waiting room for tens of thousands impatient to return to their homes in the north. Faith in the promises of Gaza's ceasefire deal undimmed by new delays and disruptions. Samir Ali Hussein said he'd moved 6 times since the war began.
We want to go home. God willing, we will. We spent the night here. It was cold. It rained and soaked our clothes and the ground.
Israel delayed the withdrawal of its troops here yesterday and the reopening of this road north after Hamas postponed the release of a civilian woman hostage, Arbel Yehoud. Both sides have accused the other of violating the truce. In Gaza's battered northern neighbourhoods, those who survived the war are now waiting for their relatives to return. I can't describe my feelings, said Sharif. I'm going to see my children. I've been waiting for this moment since day one of the war. Israel doesn't allow journalists access to report independently from Gaza, but the UN estimates that 60% of its buildings have been damaged or destroyed. Donald Trump has described it as a demolition site and talked of clearing Gaza out, relocating its residents to Egypt and Jordan. The idea has delighted Israel's far-right politicians who want Israelis to resettle there and outraged Gazans themselves.
With all due respect, the US president is an idiot. We are staying put here in Gaza.
We don't want to immigrate. Why should we do that? If we wanted to immigrate, we could have done that a long time ago.
Lives already made unpredictable by war are facing an unpredictable peace. But after 15 months of conflict, these crowds waiting to go home are proof that families move, buildings collapse, but roots are not easily destroyed. Lucy Williamson, BBC News, Jerusalem.